The San Francisco 49ers have added additional wide receiver depth. This time it's in the form of former Bears and Steelers wide receiver Anthony Miller, per Jordan Schultz. Anthony Miller was a former second round draft pick out of Memphis. He was drafted actually 51 overall by the Chicago Bears in 2018. The 5'11, 200-pound wide receiver is 28 years old. He has 140 receptions over his career with over 1,500 receiving yards and 12 touchdowns. Now, this for me specifically is a very interesting signing because this is the guy that I actually wanted the San Francisco 49ers to draft in 2018. Instead, they opted to take Dante Pettis. I really liked and thought this was the type of guy that would fit what the 49ers were doing. To me, he was kind of Debo Samuel before Debo Samuel. His career in college was pretty fantastic at in Memphis. He was a playmaker. He was physical. He could do it from behind the line of scrimmage, over the middle. He had that mentality that we have come to learn to love from 49ers wide receivers. So I think this is actually absolutely a phenomenal fit. He was just with Mike Tomlin. Kyle Shanahan, Mike Tomlin have ties. So I do think this is a good fit. Now, is he going to make the final 53-man roster? Probably not, but I would love to have a guy like this on the practice squad. I think there's plenty of room for him to produce if he's asked to do that. And if the 49ers need him to play, I think this is a guy that you could actually lean on. When you look at the 49ers veterans right now, and you look at Chris Conley, you look at Willie Snead, and now you add Anthony Miller into the mix, the 49ers now have three extremely solid veteran wide receivers on their roster. Now, we understand that Ronnie Bell is likely going to be the guy who fills in for Danny Gray and Ray McLeod until they get back. But there's still another guy that might actually squeeze into the final 53 if those guys aren't back by week 1. So 49ers have some decisions to make in regards to their overall depth, with obviously the injuries occurring to the wide receiver position and most recently to Danny Gray as he suffered the right shoulder AC kind of sprain that might have him out past week 1. But the 49ers made a move. They got a guy that I really like. This is a former draft crush. He's never really gotten solid footing in the NFL. Again, like I said, he has over 1,500 receiving yards. He's played a lot of snaps. He really didn't play at all last year. Primarily played in 2018, 2019, 2020, and 2021. And, the primarily most of his production came with Chicago. Outside of that, hasn't really produced with the Steelers. So maybe there's an opportunity for him. He seems like he'd be a little fresh considering he hasn't played a whole lot the last 2 years. But he's got some talent. And like I said, from a mentality standpoint, he fits the mold. He is a guy who's going to be physical. He can, and like I said, he can do it out of the slot. He can do it outside. I like this signing. I think this is a good signing, especially considering the circumstances and the fact that the 49ers need more depth. But let me know what you think of this signing in the comments below, and make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.